Welcome back to another video, guys. Today we are going to be explaining the power system, and it's going to be in subtle detail, just like I did with the story synopsis, because I don't want to get too in-depth into it so you guys can enjoy the story. So getting into it, the life energy or life system is called Seishu energy. Seishu energy is the energy of the entire cosmology of the Venari universe, and it is life energy inside of every being, no matter who it is, and it is in everything, going from plants, humans, animals, everything. And then you have to keep a balance, a simple balance between your life energy. The basis for this example would be 20-20-20, which would be physical, mental, and spiritual. You have to keep physical balance by staying healthy somewhat and being at least somewhat in the norm and not getting sick and all that. Because if you get sick, that puts your balance down. But the difference between humans and other beings is with humans, they just got to keep a balance in a good ratio, anywhere between 5 and 20. Because peak human visibility will be around that range. So peak human would be 20, and then below average would be 5. Anywhere below that means you're sick or you're like hurting, like really bad from some illness in any case. So that means you would have to get it back up and try to balance it again. The negatives to not having balance would be getting worse in that sickness or dying. Now, this balance isn't really hard to obtain or maintain if you're a human, because you can just keep it in those ranges and it's relatively easy for those ranges. Anything above 20 would be considered supernatural. And that's what basically all the hunters have, all the other races in the series that will be mentioned later on. And another thing about Seishu energy is if you have an eclipse-born spirit, that kind of gives you a benefit and advantage. I'm not going to explain that yet because that gives something away to the storyline. Now, like I said, 20-20-20 balance through physical, any type of physical activities, staying healthy, mental, keeping your mind working, always trying to make it better, and then spiritual, keeping a deep spiritual bond to yourself and not just breaking down. Now, similar to other power systems out there, this one unravels a lot, and it has lots and lots of things to it. So Nen is a good example of this. Nen is very versatile in the fact that it can use a whole bunch of different abilities and techniques in one simple power system because it links all of it together. And that's what I'm doing with Seishu energy in this story, as a lot of the techniques all stem from Seishu energy. It all travels back to it somehow. And that is explained in the story as well. But as I said, you have to keep a balance. Anywhere above 20-20-20 would be above supernatural level, which would mean it's harder to maintain balance, which is why hunters have to stay fit all the time. But simply for the fact there are some rare breeds out there who do not need that balance. But that's not everybody in the story, as that is rare to obtain. That's either a bloodline thing or you are just extremely, extremely rare. Now, that is everything for the Seishu energy portion, as there are other things in the power system that I have to get into, like Shin-Injus, which are like fruits of your soul, which give you abilities as a hunter, which are swords. And these swords can take the identity of not just swords, but other things like nunchucks, even like just even if you gain your higher portion of this sword, you could get like just fist as your ability because that goes with your personality. Similar to, let's say, something like JoJo's, to where they gain things or stands off their personality. So that is basically one of the things in the power system. And then you got eclipse born spirits, you got lots of other things that I have to get into. It's a lot of things that are not going to be able to fit into this one video. This is just a video explaining the basis of Seishu energy and trying to get a handle of it. Next, I'm going to probably explain the cosmology, and then after that, I'm going to try my best to get that tier list of my personal belief of the best chapters, see how you guys feel about that, and kind of give you a little bit of a taste into what type of chapters you should look for and which ones you should really not so much as not look forward to, but just kind of be wary of, oh, this is not one of the best strong chapters. But yeah, thank you guys very much, and continue to support this. If you guys really want to see more videos, just continue to support it. These videos are just to keep you guys updated with the story. The story is on WebNovel, of course, and also on Royal Road. You guys are able to check that out anytime you want. Currently at 26 chapters, soon to be 27 by the end of the day. Just continue to read it. Give me feedback, see how you guys like it. And yeah, I hope to see you guys in the next video, the cosmology. I hope to see you guys in future videos, and let's keep on this journey together and do better from here on out. Stay true, hunters. Peace out.